Hey everyone, Alex here, and today I'm going to present to you Endurance Motorsport Series here at Bigben Week 2025. So you might have heard about this game at Gamescom last year, but now it's time to go in more depth and explain to you the actual concept of Endurance Motorsport Series. So let's get started. Behind me, you can see 5 screens. Basically in the middle, you have your gameplay screen as we are presenting that. And obviously, as Endurance Motorsport Series takes on the role of a racer as well as an engineer, you can choose between either or throughout the entire race at your choice. So that being said, you have 5 different screens. Well, 6, but the 6th one is also just a leaderboard score. Taking a look, you have your pit management here. You have your actual race track layout with all of the information for what vehicles and where they are. Then you have your weather radar, which is very useful because obviously weather, it definitely affects the game. You might have to change your tires, change how you drive, etc. You also have the replay camera, which is just behind me over there. And then lastly, you have over there the AI style. Now obviously when you do decide to choose engineer at any point of time in the race, you can choose if your AI wants to be more aggressive, if you want to be more passive, as well as your engine map and any other information. So that being said, let's actually go ahead and play the scenario that we have here at Bigben Week 2025. Let's go. So you start off automatic driving, and this is where the race starts. Like so. Okay, it's coming down to turn 1. Now one thing you're going to see is that sometimes you can get a yellow flag in this race. Coming up right now is there's going to be a yellow flag happening just up ahead on the track. You can see 2 cars that crashed just over there. So that creates a little bit of an issue that we have to get around, like so. But like I said, at any point you can either press X or whatever you bind it to see some information from your engineer about who's ahead, what lap, etc. And then obviously you can switch over to the engineer. This is a pretty good concept. Now starting off, we need to change our fuel, for example. You can change your fuel if you need to. Driver swaps, because drivers need to have a minimum amount of time when they finish the race. And of course, repairs. So if you do have some repairs, you need to go over here and fix it. Settings, if you need to change it from high grip, max speed, customize as well. However, I'm gonna put balance. Tires, it is going to rain in this scenario. So with that being said, we need to get our car in for wet tires, and we don't need any fuel, so I'm not going to tell it to add any fuel. And I'll recall the car to pit like so. You also have the leaderboard, as I mentioned. Here you can find any information about the track, turn, intervals. The track view, here you can see where the car is on the track, as well as the Hypercars. If you have any G2s as well, you can find out. As you can see those 2 cars that crashed on the track, unfortunately so. But we're coming up to pit soon. Here's the weather map. As you can see, the rain is going to move slightly towards the track every now and then. It updates, and this is probably my favorite screen as you go along. Moving on, you have the replay screen, which you guys can see here, with different views. You have the broadcast camera if you need, another view like so. You can go through it all, and also look at all the different vehicles that are on the track. That being said, the driver style, as I mentioned, we can make our driver go aggressive. Our engineer will say you can be aggressive. We change our engineer maps as well to maximum performance, depending on if we need to be conservative or not. Now, let's head back to our vehicle because it's time we're going to get... we're in the pits already. So, obviously, we have pit animations. If we do decide to change our driver, there's an animation for that as well. Obviously, everything's a work in progress. This isn't a pre-alpha build. And do expect some more endurance information as time goes on. Really excited to bring you guys some more news on the game, especially leading up to Gamescom later on this year. That being said, our car is going to come out of the pits, and we have one more lap to do. It is going to start raining soon as well on this last lap. Our engineer just told us we have heavy rain. I can bring that up again. You can see we're at lap 2, we're in first place. I gotta get ready to brake. There's a car just up ahead on the track. That looks like they had an issue. It's starting to rain now as well. Switch back to the engineer, take a look. Everything's okay, changing weather, so you do get that icon when weather is about to change in the game. You see now the track, especially on the lower half. So you will find as you drive along the track, some parts it might not be raining yet, some parts will be heavily raining, like so. We'll check how it is going on here. You can see the rain effects are pretty good in Endurance. Again, this is a pre-alpha build. We have more information coming on later on this year. But that's everything to know about Endurance Motorsport Series by Kylotonn. We'll announce a proper release date later on this year as well with our target dates. Again, more information, stay tuned on our socials on Twitter, Endurance MS. We also have a Reddit page which we'll add to the video as well for you guys. And hopefully in the future we'll have an associated Discord for this game as well. That being said, I hope you did enjoy this presentation for Endurance Motorsport Series here at Bigben Week. And we also have a simulator dedicated for Endurance Motorsport Series as we continue to work on the physics of the game. I'm Alex, and I'll see you in another video.